quite a big operation. It's £550 for the license for the renewal. It's cold. Pushing like crazy, getting meetings in with potential sponsors. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the DLR vlogs. I'm really excited to do this one because it's the first one in a while, and this year I'm returning back to British touring cars. So I'm going to be telling you what I've been doing, what I'm trying to do to make it work. I'm going to tell you about my broken shoulder, going down to the Autosport show today, tell you about my recovery and the big decisions I had to make last year to make this happen, as well as starting a new business in a couple of weeks as well. So plenty to tell you. And for those of you who might be new, this channel's all about giving you guys a background as to what racing drivers have to do to get on the grid. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know why I decided to start filming at this time, because I've just finished my breakfast. So I'm going to eat that. They're chicken sausages, by the way, so it's fairly healthy. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so finished my breakfast. I had to have that because the Autosport show, everything's rubbish and you pay a fortune for it. So I had that. And so yeah, basically, for those of you who don't know, I've done a lot of British touring cars in the past, had some success in it. And last year I stepped away to do Porsche Carrera Cup, which was a mega championship. The cars are insane. I had a really tough season, both on and off the track. I had a really tough one in my personal life last year, and things weren't going well. And it was getting to the point where I thought it might have been my last race season completely. And then to top it off, at the end of the season, I broke my shoulder. I'll put a scan in this vlog of what it looked like. And it was a bad break, so I don't know whether you'll be able to sort of see this on here. But I had to have quite a big operation to put it right. So they had to shave my collarbone down, graft my bone at the back and pin it all back together. So the recovery has been insane. I've never had any pain like it. It took me 5 weeks for me to be able to lift my arm up to brush my teeth with my right hand. So it's the 10th of January now, and I think it's just been over 2 months, and I'm getting there. It's good. To be honest with you, I reckon if there was a test day tomorrow, I could make it work. It wouldn't be good, but I could make it work. So realistically, I'm not going to be testing until March, so plenty of time for rehab. I'm getting some cryotherapy done tomorrow, so I'm going to show you what that's about, just to help speed it up a little bit. So yeah, the deal at the end of the season, Pete Jones, who owns a company called Third Millennium, owns part of Restart Racing. They ran the Coopers last year with Chris Smile and Scott Sumpton. He sponsored me for a couple of years, ever since the Alton Park crash. And he called me, he told me his plans of getting 2 Hyundais, the Swindon engine, amazing package, a very good engineer, and it was just an offer I couldn't refuse. You know, I had to make the big decision of whether to carry on. I had another option of going down another route of earning some good money and probably more consistency and stability in my life. But I just don't want to give up racing. I can't do it. I've still got fire in my belly for it. And to return to British touring cars in a good car, obviously it's an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So for those of you who don't know, us racing drivers have to raise a lot of money to take to the team as a contribution to the budget. The team get team sponsors. And then in my situation, anything on top of that budget then becomes a wage. Which again is another reason why I'm setting up this business this year, to try and help that situation as well. So what I did a little bit different before Christmas, I went to my sponsors, I told them the opportunity. They're all on board, being massively supportive. So I know I had a certain amount of commitment already. And then before Christmas, I put out a press release and put on my socials that the goal was to return to British touring cars. And it went down really well. So everyone who liked or shared that post or commented, thank you. Like, it was mental how much attention it got, so thank you for that. The whole point of that was to try create some excitement and use it as leverage for prospect sponsors that I'm trying to get over the line now. So thank you very much for that. And I wanted to do it because I feel like a lot of drivers just disappear for months and months and months, and then all of a sudden they make an announcement saying what they're gonna do, and that's it. Everyone just presumes it's done. In my situation, it's not done yet. I've still got money to raise. I'm 100% confident I'm gonna make it work, but it doesn't mean it's done now. So if I put a press release out saying, right, I've got the drive, everyone just presumes it's done. It doesn't help the sponsorship situation. So I thought it'd be a cool idea to let people know what I'm trying to work on and trying to achieve, and use it as a bit of leverage. So obviously it's the 10th of January now, and I'm going to show you this, which I'm a bit embarrassed about, but 10th of January. Still got my tree up. And I'm just starting to reach out to everyone, get meetings booked in with sponsors. Obviously, chasing people on the first few days back at work is not a good idea. So just trying to time it all right. Going down to the Autosport show today, I'm going to get my medical done for my renewal of my license and meet up with Pete and some of the guys later from the team. So yeah, I'll tell you a bit more about everything else later on, and I need to get ready and set off because I'm going to be late. A good tip for when it's absolutely freezing is this. Couldn't even open my door the other morning, so look at that. Feeling small. So just parked up at the NEC. I'm going to be walking in now. Do you know how much parking is here? £18.95. What a f***ing rip-off. So I'm obviously at the show. I'm at the Motorsport UK stand, just filling out a form because I filled my form at home and I forgot it. Filling it out again. So I have a international B, and cheers. Don't know if you can see that on there. So for renewal, it's £550 for the license for the renewal, but there's different grades. So like, if you got a Formula 1 license, it's £1,500, and then the lower licenses are £195. So there's different grades for that. So I've got to do this, fill the form in, and then head over to an actual race medic to get my medical done. So just before I go get my medical done, just walking around, honestly, I can't believe how quiet it is. It's nuts. There's 3 halls this year. I remember when there used to be like 14 halls and like a full hall just for karting, but it's so quiet. Anyway, have a little walk around, go get my medical done. Right, so I'm getting my medical done now. I've just done my pee in a tube, which is a bit minging, but I'll put it in anyway. So this is really useful because it's called the Race Medics, and it's really helpful because if you normally go to the doctors with a medical sheet, they don't have a clue what to do or where to start. So always get this done at the Autosport show. Do my license, fill my form in, take it straight back, and it's all done in one, and they know exactly what to do. So I'm just waiting, and then I don't know if I need a resting ECG this year, which again is another good thing about getting it done here because they tell me what I need doing, so I don't have to work it all out. So yeah, and an eye test. So just finished having a meal with the team at Pizza Express. Just walked about 20 minutes back to the car, drive up home, couple of hours, and yeah, it's been a really good day actually. Done a lot of good stuff, so back home, get some rest, and see you tomorrow. Right, morning guys, Saturday morning now. I've just got to the Cryo Lab in Manchester, so I've done all my rehab this morning, quite a heavy session. And then just here at the Cryo Lab, it's supposed to enhance the recovery system, but I'll tell you more about that in a second. So yeah, had a really good day at the Autosport show. Had the meetings, had the meal with the team last night. So Pete with the team owner, Chris Smiley, who will be my teammate, my engineer Tom, and a few other guys. So it was really good, and I think I've got some clients on the go for the new business, which I'll tell you about in a minute, and yeah, see how we get on here. Right, so we're here at the Cryo Lab. So this is what I'm going to be getting into to start with. so I'm just going to get ready for that. So I'm doing 2 sessions. One is a chamber session, which is a full body, and then the other one is like a spot treatment as well, so it's just for the shoulder. So yeah, I'll just get ready and show you a bit more in a minute.
Yeah, so when's that now?
End of October.
Do you want to talk during that or not?
I'm alright. Alright, yeah, you can do it. Yeah. So, just in the middle of a chamber now, so what is it? 121, so it's absolutely freezing. So the idea is, it's supposed to shock your system and then get the blood flowing to the areas where there's an injury or the recovery is trying to happen. So this is the chamber treatment, and then we'll do the spot treatment after. It's freezing.
How are you doing?
It's cold. Cold. Right, so we've done the chamber treatment, and now this is the spot treatment. So the chamber obviously gets the full body, and this is a bit more specific, so I'm kind of like doubling up on my sessions. So with this, what is it, liquid nitrogen?
Yeah, it's liquid nitrogen at minus 120 degrees.
Right.
This is more like an ice pack, and the chamber's like your ice pack.
Right, yeah. So again, tries to get the blood flowing to the area. So like this morning I did more with my rehab. Probably would have been aching a lot more tomorrow if I didn't have this. So again, just trying to accelerate the recovery. Right, so I'm just on the way home after the cryo treatment, which I think is really good. Like it's ridiculous how cold it gets your shoulder, especially the spot treatment. And everything I've heard about it, you know, all these like British superbike riders and MotoGP riders who have bad brakes, they live in those chambers to get the recovery done quicker. So I actually found that place online, and just so happened to be that they had 50% off in January. So I got 10 sessions for 100 quid. So I thought, you know what, it's worth a try. Even if it accelerates the recovery even a bit, then it's worth it. So I'm nearly home. I'm gonna go to the gym. That's one bad thing about my shoulder, because I wasn't able, I mean, I was doing like 2,000 steps a day for like 3 weeks. So I put on some weight, got a little bit out of shape, so I'm pushing like crazy at the minute back at the gym. And my diet, 80% of the time I'm easing into my diet, but 80% of the time it's perfect. So losing weight, getting back into shape, and yeah, yesterday was good at the Autosport show, both from a racing point of view and this new business. So I can't say too much about the new business now because I've not launched it yet, but it's going to be something that helps other racing drivers. Really excited to launch it, and I think I've got a couple of clients on board already, which is really nice. So yeah, got some work to do on that over the weekend, and just going for a meal tonight with my mum and dad. So pretty chilled weekend, and back to it next week. Morning guys, so it's the Wednesday the 15th of Jan now. Had a busy week so far, but all good. Just had a 2-hour gym session this morning, the best gym session I've had in like 3 months, which is good. Shoulders coming on. It's hard to know what the cryotherapy is doing. I had another session yesterday, but certainly not doing any harm, so I'm going to keep cracking on with that, see where it goes. Yesterday I got the mock-up through of the race car for the Hyundai, so I'm able to crack on with all my presentations. So I've got about 7 presentations to put together in the next 2 weeks, and I've been pushing like crazy, getting meetings in with potential sponsors. So I've got quite a few meetings this week and a few booked in next week, which is really good. There's a big sponsor that I've got on the go, which I haven't had a reply from yet, which is always a little bit nerve-wracking, but got to keep pushing. So in general, everything's going really good. Everything's going the way it should be. If anyone's watching out there who might want to suggest someone who to contact, or anyone who's interested in being involved, packages start from $3,000 a year. So if you are interested in being involved, get in touch, send me a message on Instagram or via my email, via the website, things like that. And of course, if you enjoyed watching this video and the behind the scenes bits and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, drop me a comment, and I will be doing more of these this year, more behind the scenes stuff, and fingers crossed next couple of weeks go well, and I'll give you an update in 2 or 3 weeks. See you soon.